Hey, what is up, everybody? It is Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome to another edition of Track Walk in MX Simulator. Today, we are doing another little bit of a throwback. I got so inspired last week when we did Fort Winton for episode 125, so I thought for episode 126 we'd do another legendary track that doesn't look that good, to be honest. It's kind of a visual eyesore, but boy oh boy was it super fun to ride back in the day, and obviously still fun to ride now. And it might have two of the most whippable jumps in the era, essentially, before everybody started making super tracks. This was like a legit track, you know, like I felt like it was pretty realistic for the most part. And there's two jumps on this track that are really easy to get just completely corked out whippage on. And I'm coming to the first one of them right now. It's this nice step up right here. Come up to it and just whammo, like it just pulls out so nicely, like you can just it's so easy to whip on that jump, it's not even funny. And then it only gets better from there, because after you come down this drop down right here, some rough stuff at the bottom, and you turn towards the finish, this jump is also super whippable. And I'm gonna go a little long on it this time, but I mean, it's a small tabletop. It's a little bit hard to clear perfectly every time, but the nice thing about it is that both of those jumps have really smooth lip faces, and they kind of do that thing where it compresses the suspension right as you are hitting the transition, and then as you take off, you're still kind of touching the ground, but you're kind of sliding above the ground, if you will. And that's what's ideal for whipping in this game, because that means that you get to like still get that movement of the bike to get kicked out a little bit, and you're not already in the air yet, and it just pops it out so nicely. I feel like those might be two of the best lips for a jump that you could whip in this game, you know, like pre-2012 essentially, because like I said, a lot of people started making tracks that were just like, let's build the biggest possible jumps that we can find and see how backwards people can get. And I felt like I said, this one was a little bit more of the jumps and stuff are pretty close to realistic. I never even mentioned the name of the track yet. This is Death Valley MX by Moto Rockstar 777. I just realized that I didn't mention the track name. That was stupid by me, but obviously it was on the screen at the beginning of the video, so can't be that bad. But like, I'm not even good at whipping out to the right, as we've mentioned in videos before, and I still got a pretty good corker right there, so it's just so fun. And my opinion of this track too is that, like, despite the fact that the track itself is super fun to play, the environment around it might be even more fun to play. This is like one of those original, oh my gosh, there's stuff around the track as well that you can also hit. And obviously we've done a lot of videos in the Scotland track, which people have affectionately told me, oh, it's spelled wrong in the video title. It's actually Scotland, like Scott someone's name and then land, not Scotland the country, which I know only has one T, so calm down. But again, that was another like free ride map that had like cool little hills that you could do transfers off of, and as you can see in front of me, there's a bunch of hills that you can go up and do cool big transfer / hill jumps off of. Reminds me a little bit of the hills in the I forget the name of what they're called. They have a specific name, but they're basically like mud hut hills or whatever in Ocotillo Wells, where, you know, like Tommy Clowers and Mike Sinkmars and Metzger, and all those guys made it like famous because they were doing all those cool jumps off of the side of a hill, essentially, with all these mounds of dirt that were, you know, slapped up against the side of the hill. And that's kind of what these hillsides remind me of a little bit, because you can go up them and they've got like a nice little roll to each side of it, and you can almost make a little rhythm section out of the hillside a little bit. I'll get up there in a second though and show you guys, but I wanted to actually, you know, ride the track a little bit, give it its fair share of credibility. The traction on it is a little slippery, and I do believe, like I said, that this is a pre-2012 track, so it would have been before the 450s were around, and everybody was more focused on throttle control than just going fast everywhere back then. So yeah, it's a little bit slick. It's a little bit hard to stay in touch with the kind of smallness of the track, because the jumps are a little bit smaller, hence them only being readily available to jump on a 250F when this track was released, and nothing higher than that. But it's still fun nonetheless, and I wanted to ride a 450 on it, well, because I like riding 450s, and figured it was going to be fun to do on this track. I'm kind of annoyed that I keep crashing, because I was actually playing this track before I decided to record, and I was like getting used to it a little bit, trying to figure out the jump lengths, and most of every jump I was doing, I was actually whipping really good and landing smoothly. Now I am just crashing every other jump, and it's a little frustrating, I must say. But there you go, you see like a little bit too quick to lay over right there. Like I said, traction, tiny bit of a slipperiness to it. You get into the sand and it's still got a little slip to it when you aren't straight up and down, but it's obviously a lot grippier, a lot more friction than the this particular traction, which is, it's kind of like it's got like an Elsinore track feel to it, where it's like kind of hard packed, blue groove kind of stuff. Obviously the dirt doesn't look like that because it's, you know, 6-year-old track at this point, but that's what it feels like to ride on. And again, I just completely miss a rut and blow it. How about those Rockstar Energy flaggers though? I'm pretty sure they work too. Well, maybe not. So let's see if I pull in front of this jump and turn around if it works. Nope, doesn't work. It's just a billboard file. That's pretty cool though that he added that. Anybody that wasn't know what I was just saying right there, there was a woman on top of that little flagger stand over there. That's what I was looking towards. Oh, getting corked. Bring it back, no problem. This section, the first time you hit it, is always like tricky because you're like, oh, you got to get a bunch of speed to do some step down or something. But nope, it's just a small little drop off, turn around, and come back up to the finish line. That was a pretty smooth lap, despite that one crash in the rutted corner. But it's a pretty good track in general. Like I said, it's good to it's a good track to learn how to hit braking bumps on because there's a lot of them. It's a good track to learn throttle control because it's slippery, and it's a good track to do some whips on because there's like 3 jumps on it that have really good lips that are nice for kicking you out and doing some fun little whiptage. And I just, sometimes when you go back and play some of these OG tracks, you realize just like how fun some of the times were to get online and play some of these tracks with your friends. And this is by far one of the more legendary tracks in the game. It certainly comes up on a lot of Hall of Fame track lists from back in the day and stuff like that, because it really was one of the best tracks for its time. Fort Winton kind of blew everything out of the water when it came to environment, but this one was really, really good for playability. So people liked playing it, and it'd end up on, I think it was on 01 for a long time actually as a custom track. Or which was the custom track server? I think the custom track server was 01 for a long time. Now it's just nationals, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm thinking that it was the custom track server. Look at how whipped out you can get on that and still bring it back. Obviously I went a little long on that one, but alright, let's find a little find some transfers to hit. I have a couple lined up already, but I haven't explored this side of the hill too much. I think I already found one that I want to try to hit. The edge of the map is right where this line is right here, but as you can see, it looks like there's just an ocean. So right here we got a little step down that I did not get enough speed for, but it's still a little fun step down. Looks like it could be fun. This could be one of those tracks that if Jeremy and I ever actually sat down and did an online play on it, we would spend too much time trying to do one transfer. And that's what I'm going to try to not do today. I mean, you saw that I can do that step down. I just need a little bit more speed. So let's try to just hit something else here and see where it takes us. Went nowhere, but if I can land it... Oh, rough landing. I'm going to explore over this way a little bit. So this is half track walk of the track, half track walk of the free ride. Oh, and there also is a little... I don't even know what you call this because there's like a supercross triple and then a freestyle ramp, but again, as I've mentioned in videos before, the freestyle ramps are just not very good in this game because the collision files make it so you can't really hit it the way it should be for a freestyle ramp, so it kind of sucks, but they still work. It's just not as easy to do whips and flips and stuff off of, but yeah, there's just a little circle in here. I don't really know what the purpose of it was, but that's kind of cool. The transfer that I already had lined up earlier is up over here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, forgot those have collisions. Back when the banners were things you could not go through, now there are no collisions on like any banners in the game at all. Somewhere over here. I'm pretty sure it's like, yeah, it's right here. Yeah, here we go. Come down here. Get whipped out. It's like a triple, but I just came up short on it. I landed it so clean the first time. Why wasn't I recording and talking and blah 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 blah. Fraggle. I also almost hit a really big transfer from off track, but I don't know if I want to do that. What else could I do? Just cruising along the desert floor, looking for big old jumps to hit. Not seeing much of anything on this side of the hill. I probably should just stay to that one side. Let me actually get this step down over here for just the peace of mind that I can do it. Oh, that might be a cool transfer that I just found. I'll try that after the step down. Gotta hit this one a little bit faster though. Death! And that time I hit it too fast. OJ'd the landing spot. So 4th gear is no good. I shifted to 5th in midair to try to get the bike to kick around, but 4th gear not good. Let me try this other transfer I just saw. It's up on the ridge line up here. So it's like turn down for what? Alright, I think I got it lined up. Let me see if I can get turned the right way here. Fortunately, if you go off track, it doesn't really matter, so I might as well just do that to be safe. Gotta do this drop-in right here. Oppo whip for days, and almost landed it. I was trying to bring it back, and I was just a little nose high, but I knew that I could get the front wheel corrected. I just couldn't get it straightened out. Oh my gosh. Knock it off. Turn around. I want to still do this transfer, and it won't turn. I'm going to do this transfer, and I'm going to go back and spin a couple more laps on the track just because I felt like kind of shorthanded the track a bit. So I'll go up this hill. Turn around. Coming from off track. Big whip. Let's see if I can land this. Nope. A little bit far. But you get the point. You get the gist of it. There's transfers on this track. That's the whole point of why I kind of wanted to play this track anyway, because transfers are fun and people like when we do transfers. In fact, one of our most requested online play videos recently is, you just do a bunch of big transfers, bro. And it's like, but I don't know if we want to do that, because we've already done 3 videos on that, essentially, where we just get together and try to hit big transfers. And they're called Scotland, bro. Look it up. Whoa, getting kicked, getting bucked all over the track and place and things. I'll just finish off with 1 lap. How about that? You guys have got pretty much track down. And if you guys want to download this, obviously, anybody that's watching this for the first time, hit up the description and there is a download link there. You hit the download button. You extract the file from either WinRAR or 7-zip and it pops up on your computer, and you can just whammo it into your MX Simulator personal folder. For more on that, go to the FAQ section on mxsimulator.com to learn more. But it's quite simple. Once you get it down the first time, it's pretty easy to just keep on ripping it into the folder. And unlike other moto games, you don't have to keep stuff deleted to be able to play a new track or something like that. Oh! Almost did the cool little quirked out front flip thing. I'm gonna get just completely upside down on the finish line jump, and that'll end the video. What do you guys think? I think so too. I think it's a good plan. Let's see how it works out. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that one pays off. Alright, here we go. Gonna try to rip off an absolute corker. Oh, that was a smooth whip and didn't land it. Gotta try again. Gotta get one down. Get through the bales. There we go. That was perfect. It like set me up nice and smooth through the bales there. That lap time though is 6:30. Alright, here we go. Try again. Aw, I clipped the face of the jump. Alright, one more. I got one more in me, boys. We gonna do it. Oh, man. Oh, shit. One more, and this is like a perfect 15-minute track walk video. Oh, check up for the banners. Check up. Wake up. And here we go. Upside down, bring it back, get to 5th. Landed it! Woo! That was a big old whippertail. OJ crapped out to that one, but still landed it. And that, my friends, is how track walk is done. If you guys like this track, again, download it in the description below. And if you like this video, there's a kind little nice like button there for you guys to click, but you don't have to. I understand. But if you did, it helps, and it's so nice of you if you also subscribe. If you've never watched our videos before, there's a good 650 other ones out there that you could watch. It's just nothing, no big deal. But questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys got for us, we'll be happy to answer them. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Landed it!